Are you sure? Like, should he have that much defense and power? Jesus Christ. Are you sure about this One Piece Power Warriors 2? I mean, I'll go along with you, but I don't know. Motherfucker almost killed me. Are you shitting me? Go to the last battlefield. Okay, who is it? Oh, we're facing Inaru and Teach. Come on, get down, get down, get down. Okay, okay, okay. Come on. Get him, get him, get him. Get both, get both. Alright, just we're gonna spam it, we're gonna spam it, we're gonna spam it. Hopefully after 4 Heaven and Earth, they all die. They're dead. Because if not, I'm fucked. Just keep flipping them upside down. Kill one of them, maybe. Maybe 2 of them. Oh shit, we're slightly less. There's nothing left, is there? I'm fucked. I'm gonna die. Maybe that's enough. Maybe that's enough. Did it get him? Did it get him? Did it get him? No, I didn't get him. Okay, that was stupid. Come on, get... Oh, we got him! We won! We won! That shit's no joke. That shit's no joke. Damage received 10,000. I don't think I'm... Oh my god. Hey, they're not kidding. It actually is. This is probably the most challenging. Because usually the challenge is not to win, it's to win with like an S rank, or win with a certain character, or win on like super hard difficulty without taking more than like there's usually some stipulations. It's usually not just, hey, win the game. Okay, I don't know when it's gonna pop, but it's gonna pop soon. Yeah, it's no joke. You basically have to no damage it if you're doing it on any on like any difficulty. You basically can only get hit like once or twice. Now I was about to level up to level 100 just to do that. It wouldn't even make that much of a difference. Okay, a whole bunch of coins I'm never gonna use. Yeah, sure. Let's register our challenge. Yeah, let's register our score on PlayStation Network. All right, I think it's gonna pop anytime soon, or I think it's gonna pop any second now. There's only room for one Pirate King. Rise to the top. That's the platinum trophy. That's it. That's it. That's the platinum. That's the last Pirate Warriors platinum trophy there is. Thankfully, I don't have to S rank the Great Logia Showdown or a new challenger, because you don't actually have to S rank anything, but you have to get all the secret coins. But the secret coins are tied to S rank, so you sort of do. We got it. We got it, guys. We fucking did it. Now, I need to have something playing in the background while I talk. Alright, we're back. Sometimes the microphone just fucks off if I, like, poke it or look it or think about it in the wrong way. It's very sensitive. Kind of want a new one. But, I mean, it's good for what it is. Yeah, so I made notes for myself. We're just going to have this in the background so there's something that's going on, right? Okay. Pirate Warriors 2 notes. I started out with story, but we're not going to start out with that. We're going to start out with Pirate Warriors as a series. It's a guilty pleasure. Maybe it's not a guilty pleasure. Maybe it's just a pleasure. Because, like, they're really... These are not particularly deep games. It's just, you know, combination of triangle and square, and you do a crap ton of damage that sends hundreds of enemies flying. And it never gets old. It never gets old to just have hundreds, if not thousands of enemies just flying from, like, basic attacks. It's always fun, and I always enjoy it. But that being said, these games do one thing really, really well. Just give you this feeling of empowerment by sending enemies flying. But that's it. There's no mini games, there's no quiet moments, there's no contemplative moments, there's no exploration. It's just, hey, go around this map and beat the fuck out of dudes. But I'm a big fan of One Piece, but I did every single Pirate Warriors game. This is the final platinum. I did all of them. I did 1, 2, 3, 4. Not in that order. I kind of did 3, 1, 4, 2. You know, whatever. But they do one thing really well. They don't offer anything else. So what you just saw, maybe not what you just saw, but what you just saw is probably the most different offering they have, or it's just a boss rush. You know, yeah. There's no pacing at all. Your entire game is just beating dudes up. That being said, with regards to a basic playthrough, all the games are pretty fun on a basic playthrough. I think Pirate Warriors 3 was the most fun on a first playthrough because that was my first experience with these kind of games. And I didn't know at the time that every level was going to be the same. And it was fun just to kind of play through the story of One Piece because I'm a big fan of One Piece. Yeah. But yeah, for a first playthrough, they're all pretty good. Pirate Warriors 1 is the only one that attempts to do any kind of pacing whatsoever because they have platform sections. And you know, like, God forbid they try to make you do something different than beating up dudes for 20 hours straight. That's probably why Pirate Warriors 1 is seen as the worst in the series, because they actually had the audacity to try to add some kind of variety to gameplay. I know, how dare they? So all of them are pretty good on a first playthrough. But as for a Platinum Trophy, Pirate Warriors 1 and 3 are super grindy. Well, Pirate Warriors 1, 2, and 3 are all kind of grindy, but 1 and 3 are really bad. 1 being the worst because there's not variety in grinding. In 3, there kind of is some variety in grinding. You can kind of like tackle it any way you want. Like it's a long process, but you can kind of like approach it in novel ways. But 1, there really is no other way to do it other than playing stage 11 over and over and over and over again, and then beating up endlessly respawning enemies on the second to last stage to get your 100 kill trophy. There's no way around it. Those are the only ways to do it. And for that reason, I do not recommend Pirate Warriors 1 and 3 Platinums. I recommend the games, not the Platinums. Pirate Warriors 1 is a game with maybe 15 hours of content, maybe. And the Platinum that I got it in 40 hours, which is pretty fast. A lot of people report up to 70 hours. So you're talking about a game that has 15 hours of content, 70-hour platinum. Like the math isn't working, right? Once you've gotten the platinum, you've seen everything the game has to offer multiple times. It's not a good platinum. One Piece Pirate Warriors 4 has almost the opposite problem. It's not grindy at all, and it doesn't really demand much of anything for the platinum. You basically just have to beat all the stages. You don't even have to get S ranks in the stages. You just have to beat the stages. And then you have to get 100 million berries, which most people just grind a certain stage over and over and over again, where you get about 2 million per stage. And now you got like the Pirate Warriors 1 problem, where the best thing to do is this one thing, so people are going to do it. But Pirate Warriors 4 probably has the most content out of any of them. Like realistically, if you had to do the kind of content in Pirate Warriors 4 that you do in Pirate Warriors 2, I beat all the levels with an S rank and on super hard difficulty, and beat 5 stages with 20 different characters, Pirate Warriors 4 would probably be my favorite in the series. But as it is, it doesn't really make you do any of that. So of course I pick the best characters and just kind of spam stages with those. Anyway, bottom line with the series, every Pirate Warriors game is better than the one before it in terms of like a basic gameplay experience. Pirate Warriors 1 is slow and kind of boring because you can only play as Luffy for like 8 hours. You can't play as anybody else. If you played any other Pirate Warriors game, you're gonna be like, what the fuck? Why can't I play as anybody else? Let's see, what did I say? Every Pirate Warriors is better than one before it, but not the case for satisfying unreasonable platinums. Yeah, 2 is probably the best balance between needless grinding and seeing a decent amount of the game. Yeah, I agree with myself. All right, story. all the Pirate Warriors games are just retreads of the anime or manga, except for Pirate Warriors 2. Pirate Warriors 2 does something different. They basically they tell an original story, but because that original story has to have all the classic stages and on pretty much every character that's playable, it becomes kind of a fucking mess. Because not only do you have to include every stage somehow, you also have to include every character. And it's weird because the game doesn't introduce you to these characters. The game doesn't explain who any of these characters are. They just kind of show up and everybody knows them. So on the one hand, you need to kind of know the story already to understand the original story. But if you do know the original story, you understand like how far apart these locations really are, and you also realize that like, yeah, Blackbeard would have no reason to go to the Baratier. Why the fuck would he do that? That makes no sense. The Baratier isn't that big of a deal, you know? So the Power Warriors 2 story is this weird kind of like, you need to have prior knowledge to understand it, but also having prior knowledge makes it make even less sense. So I don't know. I kind of skipped a lot of the story. Like, if you ask me right now to explain the entire story of Power Warriors 2 in detail, I could probably give you 3 sentences, and that's about it. That's a pretty cool cutscene. Let's see. The gameplay of Pirate Warriors 2 is basically an updated version of Pirate Warriors 1. Pirate Warriors 2 is kind of the Super Mario Brothers lost levels of Pirate Warriors 1. It's basically the same game with with a little bit of polish and some bells and whistles. But like, here's the wild, like, some of the stages of Pirate Warriors 1 are copies. I'm sorry. Some of the stages of Pirate Warriors 2, this game, are copies of stages from Pirate Warriors 1. It's like the same geometry. Like, basically every stage that didn't have a platforming section in Pirate Warriors 1 gets repeated for this game. And what's even weirder is that Pirate Warriors 3 uses stages from this game and Pirate Warriors 1. So Pirate Warriors 1 through 3 are all these like weird kind of cannibalistic game design like chimeras. But to be fair, they made Pirate Warriors 1 through 3 in about 5 years. You know, so, you know, what are you going to do? Pirate Warriors 4, they waited about 5 years to make that one, and it's a completely different game. So, okay, fine, whatever. I think that's all I really got to say. I recommend it. I understand it's kind of like a niche game, but if you like One Piece, and you like blasting away hundreds, if not thousands of motherfuckers at once, go for it. And I forgot to record this. Shit. Well, I'm gonna have to edit the VOD. God damn it. I haven't been recording this entire time, guys. Oh well. Shit. Fuck it. Who cares? Yeah, so if you're new to the stream, or you recently discovered me, what I like to do is when I get a platinum trophy, I like to talk about it. And I like to voice my opinion of it, and just kind of like, you know,